They told us that's what they were. They told us that they were the enemy of God, and they had they had this big pitch, Phil, which I didn't hear at all, but they pretty much convinced all the other scientists that they were going to be in this ultra-galactic war against God and that we were going to win. You know, because I always wondered how he's going to pull that off. And I don't believe in the pre-trib rapture. I believe in post-trib. Otherwise, God wouldn't revelations for the simple reason when they come and the Christians disappear from extermination, all they're going to do is tell him, I've seen this in a script.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachaha, Quadash. Double honors to the head apostle, and that is a great millstone who will well and teach well. Peace and blessing to you, sincere Akim, that are pushing this truth all over the four corners of the earth, week in and week out. And all truth and sincere. Now, I want to do a response from a video from Saints of Jersey 2 entitled Military Man's Crazy Message About Fighting God in the Skies. Okay, and I believe he's taking this video from a channel I'm also subscribed to. I believe it's JWTV. Which he brings out a lot of good information, a lot of good content as well, video material that we can use and go into the scriptures with. I'll leave the link in the description box to the brothers from Saints of New Jersey 2 video. Watch, subscribe, and be edified. I want to play a clip of his video and go into some scriptures concerning this military man speaking about what he was told from the higher ups of Esau's military branches about the so-called UFOs, the so-called UAPs, the so-called drones, and their plans for the future, concerning that war in heaven. All right. So without further ado, let's jump into this video.
They told us that's what they were. They told us that they were the enemy of God, and they had this big pitch, Phil, which I didn't hear at all, but they pretty much convinced all the other scientists that they were going to be in this ultra-galactic war against God and that we were going to win.
Yeah, see, Esau, these wicked elites, they know what the so-called UFOs are, man. They know Yahweh Shai is going to return the same way he left. And when he returns, he's not coming with smiles. He's not coming to bring peace. He's coming to bring war. And Esau is going to try to fight the one who the war ignorantly calls Jesus and Christ along with the angels. And Esau has been preparing all these years for this battle. He's getting his technology together. He's getting his troops together. His artillery, his machinery. Why do you think he has created this Space Force program? You heard what this man said. He was told that those orbs, those sightings in the sky are basically the angels, okay? And lack of a better words, this is what he was saying. And ultimately that there was going to come a time that they were going to have to fight God, and that they believed that they were going to win, okay? And as the brother goes into, in his video, there's different rank, order, and file in Esau's military branches, and as you go up in rank, these higher ranks, they know what the so-called UFOs are. They know that those are the angels, and they also know and have information that eventually they're going to have to fight, as this man says, quote-unquote, God. Let's go to Obadiah 1 real quick. Shows the pride of Esau. This is Obadiah 1, which is only one chapter. Let's go down to the third verse. It said, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. See, the pride of thine heart, the pride of Esau has deceived himself, man, through his technology, through his sorcery, his witchcraft, his blessing, and the various different things that he has gotten on this earth. His pride has been elevated to an all-time high level where he actually believes that he can beat the Most High, that he can beat Yahweh Shai, that he can beat the chariots, man, okay? Like it speaks in, I believe it's 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter. They were fearful, except yet they durst fight. Okay? It says, reading on, it says, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, and saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? And it's what you're witnessing right here on the screen. The pride of Esau. It says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. So Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is about to bring this man down, even though he has put his faith and trust in everything that he has gotten, everything that has been given to him by Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua on the left-hand side. He's not going to prevail. Let's go to Isaiah 47:1 real quick, and then we'll continue on in this video. Let's go down to verse... Let's go down to verse 9. It says, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, and thou hast said, none seeth me. Esau has put trust in, his technology, his sorcery, his witchcraft. And ultimately, he thinks that he can prolong his rulership, that he thinks that he can upset the prophecies. He thinks that with enough time, with enough energy, with enough thought, that he can formulate and come up with something that can contend with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, right? It says, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, okay, the scriptures say that thou art wiser than Daniel, right? This man is very, very wise. He has lots of information. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua has given him abilities, given him, not only his blessing, but various other things that circle around his blessing as well. He knows about various different aspects of the earth and space, technology, how to put things together. Hey, the Lord has given him, concerning these scientists, because this is what this guy is talking about. He's talking about these scientists that have formulated technology, missiles, satellite, different programs, etc., that they think that they have what it takes to contend with the so-called UFOs, or at least try to, right? It says, thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee, and thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. See, this is the thing. These wicked elites have a God complex, man. All right? And in their efforts to try to fight Yahushua and the angels, they want to be God, okay? Their hopes is that they can defeat Yahushua, defeat the angels, and then set up as like, hey, see, we're the God of the earth. Come worship me. We have defeated God. We have defeated Yahushua. We defeated his angels, okay? No one can take us down. Like we read in, Obadiah, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. It says, therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. So Esau is going to be in a mass state of confusion. He's not going to have no power, okay? He's not going to take down one chariot. He's not going to knock off a piece of a chariot. A missile's not going to, scrape or, mark up a chariot. Chariot's not going to be knocked off course. It's going to be completely annihilation. All right. It says, verse 12, stand now with thine enchantments and with thy multitude of thy sorceries, because Esau's going to call upon his witches and his warlocks. He's going to, get advice and instruction from the spiritual demon Satan. He's going to be doing anything and everything in his power concerning, this great battle in the heavens that's going to take place. but it's not going to prevail. He's not going to prevail. It says, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth, if so be thou shalt be able to profit. If so be thou mayest prevail. Okay, so he's not going to be able to prevail. Because Esau, through the years and years and years in his rulership, he has used, his witchcraft. He's used various different things on the left-hand side. The spirit, these wicked elites, they take their instructions and their orders, from the spiritual demon Satan. Okay, and they have been able to, reach a certain level and do certain things on the earth, which really, the Most High Yahweh has allowed this man to do that. But in the effort and the ability and the accomplishments of Esau, his pride has been elevated. Okay? And ultimately, the Most High Yahweh has him in a trick bag. Because Esau thinks he's doing these things. He thinks because he can conjure up a demon, and the demon can speak things that's going to happen about the future, and they can get advice and do this and that. Esau, can open up a wormhole and do this and do that. Go to go to space and go, to various, depths of the ocean, and has certain knowledge. His pride has been elevated, but ultimately, that's for his demise. Okay, the deceiver is being deceived. It says, thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. Yeah. Call upon your witches, your warlocks. Try to conjure up your demons. Try to take advice, from the spiritual demon Satan and see, okay? Because the spiritual demon Satan, hey, he's the how about Shem Yahushua has those lying tongues amongst the hierarchy of Esau. And Esau thinks that the advice he's getting from the spiritual demon Satan, because Satan knows that you ain't gonna make it. Okay? The spiritual demon Satan knows that Esau is not going to prevail in this war in the heavens, and ultimately that he's going to be stripped of his rulership very, very soon. Okay, spiritual demon Satan is just takes orders from the Most High Yahweh, right? Let's continue on.
Yeah, 'cause I always wondered that.
So that's coming from the top, and it trickles down to the people at the bottom, the scientists, working on the missiles and everything. They're wondering, why are we dealing with so much firepower? The stuff that Esau got in his arsenal is unbelievable. So there's questions being asked. Who are we preparing to fight? They know they're going to have to fight. You heard what he said. They preparing these scientists to fight, to let them know we're about to fight against God, and we're going to win. That's that arrogance.
Yeah, see, and the Lord has put in the minds of these scientists to do what they're doing. Okay, let's go to Isaiah. I think it's chapter 54. Yeah, Isaiah 54:16. It says, "Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire." This is what the brother's going into, responding to this video.
You know they're going to have to fight. You heard what he said. They preparing these scientists to fight, to let them know we're about to fight against God, and we're going to win. That's that arrogance. We're going to win.
Yeah. So they have became more and more arrogant over the exceeding technology that they've been given by Yahweh, by Shem Yahushua, and the abilities and their accomplishments, and they have stood upon their accomplishments with great pride. Look, we can do this, we can do that, we can split atoms, we can open up portals. All right, look how we can manipulate the earth. Look at the war crafts we have. The weaponry we have. Who can take us down? We can go fight these things that we witness on satellites, that we witness, in the skies, in the air, being recorded on phones, etc. We think that we can actually win this war against God, as this soldier has said. And this looks like a pretty old video from what I'm looking at. So, this soldier received these. This is most likely probably in the early 70s, maybe even the 60s, probably during World War One. World War One training, World War Two training, probably World War Two training. It says, "Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire." That's that scientist. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai has created these scientists, and it's still in their minds. Upon their studying and research, okay, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai has put that in their minds and given them the abilities to create what they have created, and ultimately they have created what? The Lord's weapons of indignation concerning those intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. Okay, and also the various other things that they have came up together with. It says, "And that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy." So all this that Esau has gotten is of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Okay, now let's go to Ezekiel the 28th chapter. And let's start from the top. It says, "The word of the Lord came again unto me, saying, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am God, and I sit in the seat of God, in the midst of the seas, yet thou art man." See, Esau, you're a man. All right? You ain't the Most High, because this is the mindset of these wicked elites, man. They think that they are God. Okay? Just like it says in the 2 Thessalonians, man. He sitteth in the seat of God, portraying himself to be the Most High. It says, "Yet thou art man and not God, though thou set thine heart as the heart of God. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel." See, this man is very, very wise. He has knowledge, okay, in multiple categories. He's very prolific and methodical. He knows how to manipulate people's minds. He's heavy in his witchcraft and his sorcery. He takes time to seek things out. He does it, like the scripture says, he does a diligent search. He has tested his weapons over and over again. He's trying to perfect them. Okay? He seeks out to perfect, various different agendas that he pushes on the earth. He goes through trial and error. It says, "But thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. With thy wisdom and with thy understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches, and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasure." All right, so Esau has riches. He has his blessing that the Lord has given to him. He is blessed with the sword, the fatness of the earth. It says, "With thy wisdom and with thy understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches, and hast gotten gold and silver in thy treasures." Yeah, with the wisdom and understanding that Esau has gotten, he knows how to dig into the earth, pull out gold and precious minerals and stones, etc. It says, verse 5, "But by thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches." Okay? We know all about Esau's trafficking, right? And not just by trade and goods. Esau has all types of traffic. It says, "And thy heart is lifted up because of thy riches." There you go. See, his heart, his mind has been lifted up because of what he's gotten, man. And his level that he has achieved on the earth. It says, verse 6, "Therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because thou hast set thine heart as the heart of God, behold, therefore will I bring strangers upon thee." Now I want to jump and get another scripture real quick. Let's go to Isaiah 31. Because Esau, you're a man, all right? Let's go to Isaiah 31, and let's go down to verse 3. It says, let's start in verse 2. It says, yet he also is wise and will bring evil and will not call back his words, but will arise against the house of the evildoers and against the help of them that work iniquity. Verse 3, now the Egyptians are men and not Yahweh. See, the modern day Egyptians are, basically Esau, man. Okay. Esau is these wicked elites are the modern day Pharaoh. Okay. That our people go down to and seek for help, seek for guidance. Our people seek the wisdom from, Esau, Edom. Okay. They don't seek like it says in the first verse. Let's go ahead and read that. Isaiah 31:1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt to help and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. Our people trust in Esau's technology. They trust, oh, Esau, look at that ship. Wow, that's so big. They say it's unsinkable. It's like every great, new invention Esau makes and completes. He puts a tag on it like, oh, this can never be taken down. If you look at all the ships, look at the Titanic, look at the various different warships that Esau has created. They have, because I watch a lot of documentaries going into, these battleships. Esau always create, something on the latest technology, and he'll put a tag on it. This thing is unsinkable. Okay. And even certain aircraft he creates. Oh, this can never be shut down because of its radar system and because of this and that. And ultimately, the Lord takes these things down. Took down the Titanic, various other ships that Esau has put that tag on concerning these warships, man. All right. And they're sitting on the bottom of the ocean. It says, because they are strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. Yeah, they look at everything that Esau has accomplished and everything that Esau has, and they say, oh, this man is a God. Okay. It says, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. Yeah, our people, they don't seek Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. They seek wisdom, knowledge, and guidance and understanding from the God of this world. Let's get back down to verse 3. It says, now the Egyptians are men and not Yahweh, and their horses flesh and not spirit. So the technology you've been given, the abilities, the weaponry, all the various different things that you have that you're going to use in battle and war, you can't compare it to the technology. I wouldn't even categorize. Using the word technology is a very, very light word. When you're speaking about the angels, when you're speaking about the chariots, and when you're speaking about the Lord. Okay, really, it's hard to find words to apply to what the angels can do, man. All right. It says, now the Egyptians are men and not Yahweh, and their horses flesh and not spirit. When the Lord shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is hoping shall fall down, and they all shall fall together. So you're not going to prevail, Esau. You're going to be obliterated. You're going to be annihilated. All right, let's look up that word real quick. All right, here's the definition for annihilation. All right, it says complete destruction or obliteration. All right, so complete destruction. It says, let's see what else is. All right, it ain't giving me too much more. Let's look at some of the meanings. It says the state or fact of being completely destroyed. Yeah, and it's a fact that Esau's armies, when they try to fight Yahweh and the angels, are going to be completely destroyed. Furthermore, you're going to be stripped of your rulership, like it speaks about in Isaiah the 14th chapter. That's a fact, okay? And you can't upset the prophecies, Esau, all right? Let's go, let's continue playing this video, and I got some more scriptures I want to bring out.
Back to what the military guy is saying really quick, but check this out really quick right here.
They told us that's what they were. They told us that they were the enemy of God, and they had totally, they had this big pitch, Phil, which I didn't hear at all. But they pretty much convinced all the other scientists that they were going to be in this ultra-galactic war against God and that we were going to win. Because I always wondered how he's going to pull that off. And I don't believe in the pre-trib rapture. I believe in post-trib. Otherwise, God wouldn't revelations for the simple reason when they come and the Christians disappear from extermination, all they're going to do is tell him. I've seen this in a script in a paper that I looked at.
So as you can see, you know, Esau, there's a lot of information floating around here, man. That's why it says knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy time. We stand stable in these prophets.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And a lot of our people are going to believe Esau and his efforts to try to subdue the man that come from the sea, to try to, you know, lay hands on Yahushua, right? You know, and ultimately set himself up as the God of the whole earth, higher than the Most High, right? But that's not going to happen, man, okay? Let's go to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. Let's start from the top. It says, now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord Yahushua Mashiach, and by our gathering together unto him, that ye be not soon shaken in mind, or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter, as from us, as the day of Yahushua Mashiach is at hand. And we're out there in the highways and byways, all over the four corners of the earth. We're uploading videos, giving warning unto you, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. We're giving you information, okay? We're filtering through the scriptures current events and what's happening on the earth. But the majority of our people aren't listening, just like we read in Isaiah the 31st chapter, man. 31st chapter. They hear what we got to say. They say, nah. Oh, you can't believe that. But Esau, he'll come out and say the same thing. Yeah, that's right. Hey, you know, that makes sense. That is deep, right? You know? But here it is. You know, they won't believe us because we don't have the credentials or the status that they're looking for. Okay? It's not packaged the right way to them. And ultimately, it's because Yahweh Shem Yahushua has set that stumbling block before them where they can't receive it. It says, verse 3, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. And Esau Edom is being revealed on a high level, man. All types of information, like the brother from St. Louis, Jersey, you know, basically said, all types of information is coming out, man. Okay? Somehow information is resurfacing from years and years ago. Lost files. People are compelled to bring out information that they have had, you know, in secret documents are being leaked out. This man, his tongue is falling on himself, man. It says, except there coming a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposes and exalteth himself above all that is called God. So he exalted himself above Yahweh Shem Yahushua. He wants what the Lord has, man. We always say Esau is nothing but a backbiter, man. You know, he's a culture vulture. Everything he does on the left-hand side, he's basically trying to emulate, you know, what's on the right-hand side, man. It says, who opposed and exalted himself above all that is called Yahweh, or that is worship, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. And through his, you know, New World Order agenda and him trying to complete it and achieve it, with the Micro C being at the forefront of that, he's trying to get complete control. He's trying to put the Clover clutch fully engaged and have the whole world bow down to him. And he wants to be able to control people as if he were God. Okay? It says, let's read that again. It says, who opposes and exalted himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. All right? So Esau is trying to further his control. And he's going to get very, very close to completing his new world order, his so-called world dominance. But he's not going to get those final checkbox checked off, like it speaks about in the book of Job, that the Most High is going to cast him down while he is eating. All right. Let's go to Psalms 10:1. It says, "Why standest thou afar off, O Lord? Why hidest thyself in the times of trouble? The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire." Esau boasteth of his heart's desire. You heard what this man was told by these higher level commanding officers of this particular military branch. I'm not sure if this is, Marines or Air Force or Army. Looks like it could be, the Air Force. But you see the pride of these devils, man. It says the wicked through the pride of his, it's like verse 3. It says, "For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesseth the covetous, whom the Lord abhorreth. The wicked through the pride of his countenance." Like we read in, I forgot what we read. One of the precepts we read earlier. Esau said, none seeth me. He thinks the Most High Yahweh is not witnessing all these various different things that Esau's wicked, concerning Esau's wickedness that he's doing on the earth. But the Lord sees everything. Ultimately, or I should say, moreover, he's controlling everything that you're doing. The Lord controls good and evil. He killeth and maketh alive. A man's comings and goings are of the Lord. So everything you're doing, the Most High Yahweh is controlling that. All right. He sent lying tongues amongst the hierarchy of Esau. And Esau ultimately, through them lying tongues, them lying spirits, he thinks that he can prevail. He can achieve and win this war in the heaven. It says, "The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after Yahweh. Yahweh is not in all his thoughts." Yeah, he thinks to the contrary. He seeks after, wisdom, knowledge, and instruction. He receives his orders from the spiritual demon Satan. Verse 5, "His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them." Hey, he's puffing at the Lord. He looks at the Lord as an enemy, and he's going to seek to destroy him, but it's not going to work. Verse 6, "He has said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud, and under his tongue is mischief and vanity." Now I got two more scriptures I want to bring out. Bear with me one moment. Let's go to Revelation 12. Because Esau's speaking about, what he's speaking about is this prophecy, man. Okay? Concerning this video. Our people will hear this video. Oh, wow, see, they're going to try to fight God. Hey, those UFOs, those are the angels. That's what the Lord's going to ride in. When Esau says it, right? But here it is. You got, the men that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai has raised all over the four corners of the earth that have been out there, our apostles and elders have been out there for years and years and years stating these things, man. Going into the details, bringing out the articles. And our people, the majority at least, they refuse to believe, right? Let's go to Revelation 12, and let's go down to verse 7. It says, "And there was a war in heaven, and Michael," and this is what this guy on the camera is speaking about, man. All right, let's run it back.
Terrestrials. They told us that's what they were. They told us that they were the enemy of God, and they had totally. So
Esau has stated that he is the enemy of God. These wicked elites, they know that they are the Edomites. They know that they're the enemies of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. They know that they're the wicked, and they know that their time is short. So they're doing anything and everything to prolong their time, prolong their rulership, and if in hopes of not being taken out, man, not losing that scepter, that staff in their hand, that power sheet position that they've been set in. This man's trying to go back in time and rewrite history, man. Okay? But the Most High Yahweh has set up restrictions. He set up bounds that he cannot pass. But Esau is exceedingly trying to pass them bounds. It's Revelation 12:7, and there was a war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels. So this is that war in heaven that this guy is, basically speaking about.
Extraterrestrials.
They told us that's what they were. They told us that they were the enemy of God, and they had this big pitch, Phil, which I didn't hear at all, but they pretty much convinced all the other scientists that they were going to be in this
Yeah, see, Esau, he can't keep everybody in the dark. And another thing, Esau has witches and warlocks in the hierarchy of his military branches. These high-level military leaders, they're heavy into witchcraft, man, and sorcery. And they know a lot of things, man. They know a lot of prophetic things. Okay, it says, verse 8, and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. See, they're not going to prevail. See, this guy said he was told that they, concerning, these various different militaries, are going to win the battle against quote-unquote God. Let's read that again. And prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. So this man's going to be, his rulership is going to be taken from him, and he's not going to prevail. Like we read that word annihilation. He's going to be annihilated. Verse 9, and that great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. This man has deceived the whole earth. He has people thinking that he can beat the so-called UFOs, man. It says, which deceiveth the whole world, who was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. All right, now let's go to 2 Ezra, the 13th chapter, real quick. This is 2 Ezra 13:1. It says, and it came to pass after 7 days I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea that had moved all the ways thereof, and I beheld, and lo, the man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. This is talking about Yahushua. It says, and when he turned his countenance to look, all things trembled that were seen unto him. Hey, they're going to be feared. They're going to be very, very fearful when they have to approach Yahushua and the angels, man. It says, and whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it fleeth of fire. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of the number from the four winds of heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. So these nations are going to come together as one to try to fight Yahushua, man. In efforts of defense of humanity, to keep rulership and power, to ultimately make that stance as they are God. We have defeated God. We have defeated the angels. Finally, we've done it. It says, to subdue the man that came out of the sea. But I beheld, and lo, he graved himself a great mountain. So Yahushua going to be on a giant chariot, man. That just the visuals and just seeing his chariot is going to be fear into the hearts of the people, man. Especially those ones who are engaging what they're witnessing, what they're seeing. It says, and flew upon it. But I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, and yet there's fight. Yeah, they're gonna be. You're gonna have people giving up the spirit just off of seeing and witnessing the formation of You know, Yahweh Shai and his angels, man, coming in them ships. You're gonna have people in those you know, in the various different crafts and ships and tanks and spacecraft and fighter jets. You're gonna have them. Oh hell no! They're gonna commit suicide. Say, you know what? Nope, I'm not doing this. I'm flying my plane to the ocean. I'm jumping off this helicopter. I'm jumping off this ship. Hell with this. Y'all go fight. It says, verse 8. Let me start. I don't think I read verse 7. Salaki says, but I would have seen the region or place where the hill was graven, and I could not. So this is a large ship. It says, and after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempest. So Esau is going to come with his laser beams, and the Lord is going to shoot his concentrated fire, his you know, quote laser beams out, man. It says, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude, which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one. So they're not going to prevail. Like this man was told, he was told by a high level commanding officer that they're going to win the battle with quote unquote God. But that's not going to happen. It says, and burn them up every one, so that upon a sudden of innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. Hey man, that's what you call annihilation, obliteration. Ezra said when he received this vision, there was nothing to be perceived. From all the multitudes of armies and all their machinery, their weapons, it said dust. And the smell of that dust and that smoke, right? Hey, Lord willing, this was edifying. I'll leave the brother's video in the description box as well. Watch, subscribe, and be edified. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Ruchaha Kwadash. Double honors to the head apostle, and that is a great millstone who rule well and teach well. Peace and blessing to you, sincere Akim, that are pushing this truth all over the four corners of the earth, week in and week out, in truth and sincerity. Till next time, Shalom.